Hey everyone, Bowler here for another review of this PBA Pro Bowling game. The original one I reviewed back in 2019, and actually reviewed it before I actually got the update. Because before, when the version previously released, it was just you were controlling the ball on your own, so you only had arcade mode. But thank God they fixed that in that version. So here we are. We'll be reviewing PBA Pro Bowling 2023 for the Xbox One. Just to give you more information about me, I've been playing games and bowling for about 40 years, believe it or not. I remember playing bowling on the Atari 2600, the original bowling, and then I played some on the NES, played some on the Super Nintendo, played the Wii version, but I didn't really play any of the apparently better ones on the PlayStation and Xbox. So, like I said, I've been bowling for 40 years. Some of my accomplishments: I got a perfect game, got the ring to prove it. And one year I actually got the highest series in my association in my hold on, I'm terrible. Blocked my name here, but yeah, that was in my city. I got the highest cross for the year, 792. Anyhow, I'm not here to toot my own horn, but I just want to say that I do know a lot about bowling. I've been following the PBA ever since I was a kid. So a game like this, to me, with awesome pin physics and a new version, well, let's see what this game has to offer. So like I just alluded to, I did review the original PBA Pro Bowling game, which was released in 2019. By the way, they did release a newer version a year after, right before Christmas, called PBA Pro Bowling 2021. 4 days before Christmas. Was that ever a cash grab? That one did not have enough new content, and if I would have reviewed that one, it would have been mostly a negative review. The only thing I think they added is you could bowl as a pro, big deal, and you could bowl online. Online was pretty atrocious. Let's not kid ourselves. Did they fix it in this version? We'll talk about that later. So I have all three versions of the game on the Switch, but I thought I'd review. I did get the Xbox One version first because it did technically came out a little earlier in the day, so that's why I'm playing with this one. I will be reviewing the Switch version a little later and talk about the motion controls, so maybe that's going to be coming up in a week or two. So I'm going to chat a lot about what's new in the game. They do advertise this a lot, so we'll be going through all the bullets that are new. We'll talk about all those. We're going to compare it to previous versions. Talk about the pros and the cons. Is the game worth it if you have the previous version or any of the previous versions? Should you still buy this game? I'll tell you about that. And of course, I will be sharing my final thoughts, my verdict at the very end. So this is version 1.1 of the game. So as of September 16th, that's what we're playing today. All right, let's start with one of the first feature that they really highlight here is they say that the all-new career mode allows you to fully experience the life of a professional bowler over a multi-year career. Career mode events now stimulate the qualifying, match play, head-to-head, and stepladder formats in the real PBA events. Let's dive in and chat about that, shall we? So the career mode, this had me very curious. And to be honest, this is probably one of the biggest strong points of this game. Let me show you guys why. So, if you click on complete, actually if you see on top there, you see career year 1. That's right, you could actually have a multi-year career. I haven't experienced that yet, but I have talked to some of my viewers that come to my streams, and one of them said that they're in year 3. So, I'm very curious. I should be finishing year 1 sometime in the next few weeks, so I'm curious to jump into year 2 and see what happens. Probably not much. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if they would compare your stats from one year to another, but I think the person told me that they don't do that, so I'm a little disappointed about that. And I wonder how many years you could bowl. That's going to be interesting as well. By the way, you do bowl as your own bowler. We're going to talk a little bit more about that soon. So when you compete, so this is sort of like they're trying to mimicking a full year, right? And it's pretty accurate, mostly. So when you first boot up the career mode, they actually ask you which region you're from. I think there's like 5 regions, right? Don't quote me on, I don't remember all of them, of course. Being from Canada, it's hard for me to know these by heart, but I selected East because I'm from the eastern region of Canada. So then when you do this, unfortunately I can't see the contents anymore. you actually bowl, you actually try to qualify to get to the regional final, right? Once you do that, and then I think you need to finish first, and if you do finish first, you go to the PBA Players Championship, which is pretty cool. You then have the World Series World Championship. And by the way these work is you have your qualifying round. You have 3 games of qualifying usually, but you have 12 for this one. This one's the exception. You have 3 games of qualifying, then you have 4 matches of match play, 4 games of match play, and you do have the 30 extra pins if you win games, which is pretty freaking cool. And then you need to finish in the top 5 to qualify for the TV finals, the step ladder finals. So then you get to play that, which is pretty cool. And it's pretty much the same so far what I've seen. So the cheetah, the chameleon, the scorpion, the masters, and that's where I am right now. Technically, I'm at the US Open. So for the US Open, I'm pretty sure it's the same format. If I click on the qualifying round, yeah, you have 3 games pin follow for 30 bowlers. Yeah. And you do have only 30 bowlers for all the events, and it's pretty much always the same 30 bowlers, right? I mean, it'd be nice if they would have more, but I guess that would require a lot more work, right? They did add some new bowlers, so we'll talk about that. I'm kind of curious about what's going to be the PBA Super Slam. Not exactly, I can't remember exactly what that is. I think you need to qualify for a few of the tournaments to actually get to it. And the PBA playoffs, well, that is just like the real thing. So you actually have PBA tour points, believe it or not. Right? So right now, where am I? I'm actually, I don't see myself. Oh, I'm actually what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually ranked 6. So I think you need to be in the top 16 to qualify for this. Now, why do so many people have 0? This, I guess, I don't know. It kind of sucks. Poor Parker Bone. Poor Randall Page. Poor Walter Ray Williams. God. Francois Lavoie, my boy from Quebec. Come on. What's going on here? So yeah, so I thought about that. So that's pretty much career mode in a nutshell. Very cool feature, much better than the previous 2 versions of the game, which was just silly. Oh, one thing I should mention too. If you lose the tournament, you lose the tournament. And you're out. Meaning that, I'm just going to show you here quickly. If you lose the tournament, I mean, you just move on to the next tournament. You don't have to win that tournament to get to the next tournament. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have to win the US Open to actually qualify to actually open up the PBA Tournament of Champions, which is super nice. And I really like that. At first, I was like, what the heck is this? And then I'm like, dude, well, that's realistic. So that's nice right there. Another new feature, new feature, something they advertise that's new in the game. They've added some new bowlers, and something that we've been asking for since day one. I remember on Tick Nation's stream, everyone was talking about, where's PDW? Where's Pete Weber? Well, he's finally in the game, folks. He is finally in the game, and he even has his crotch chop, which is pretty freaking cool. He gave that to me, and I was like, I'll take it. Other new bowlers include Chris Prater, my boy, awesome bowler, Darren Tang, and Chris Vi. So that's very cool that those bowlers are there. I haven't seen Chris Vi bowl, by the way, in the game. So let's talk about the bowlers and your creative player as well. Let's talk about that quickly. So for this portion, I think the easiest way to do it is I'll just go in the quick play portion. So that's also from the previous games, right? So in the quick play portion, also I want to mention the UI in this game, much better. I love the UI much better than in the previous games. Personally, I dig this. It's clean. You know, I like the red. Definitely like the red and the black. Looks good. Well, the red and the white, I should say, I guess. If we go to quick play, so when you boot up the game, you start your career mode. That's the first screen you get right off the bat, right? And when you do get that, you have a choice to select between these 4 bowlers. So when they say you could create your own bowler, well, not really. You cannot. The only thing you could change from these 4 guys is their shirt color. Believe it or not, you can't change the hair. You can't change anything else. You can only change the hair color. It actually asks you if you want to be one-handed or two-handed, which is pointless. I'm not even sure why they put that. As far as I know, it changes nothing from the game. It asks you if you're left-handed or right-handed. And then I think it asks, your shirt color, which is pretty lame. The PBA Pro Bowlers in this game, you have Andrew Anderson, Chris Barnes, Don Barrett, Jason Del Monte, Parker III, Chicken Butteruff, Norm Duke, Liz Johnson, Tommy Jones, Shota Kawazoe, I probably butchered that name, Marshall Kent, Francois Lavoie, I'm French, I'm definitely saying that right, Wes Malott, Bill O'Neill, Randall Page, Oscar Palermo, Chris Prather, Sean Rash, Ronnie Russell, Matt Sanders. I'm not even sure who this guy is, to be honest. This is the only one that I'm not sure who he is. Anthony Simonson, Tom Smallwood, Jesper Svensson, EJ Tackett, Darren Tang, Kyle Troop, Chris Vi, Pete Weber, Stuart Williams, and Walter Wade Williams Jr. So those are the bowlers in this game, and it's always the same bowlers bowling in the tournament, which is fine. That's just the way it is. I just want to point out that if you're practicing in quick play, you could actually select a pro, right? But when you're doing career mode, you have to use the player that you selected at the beginning of the game, okay? You also have the option in quick play to bowl against any of the pros, which is cool. The lanes, I think there's less lanes this time around, which is nice. I mean, before they had all these weird lanes, like they have the US Open, PBA Arena, World Series of Bowling, Tournament of Champions, Broadcast Alley, PBA Stadium, and Bowlmore. All patterns in this game. And by the way, nothing's locked. Nothing is behind any of the walls this time around. You don't have to, no paywalls, sorry. So you don't need the gold pins. That does not exist in this game anymore. Huge plus. For the patterns in this game, you got the PBA Chameleon, Scorpion, Cheetah, Viper, Shark, Dragon, Wolf, Bear, Salvino, Johnson, Weber, and Carter. And that pretty much wraps it up for quick play and the players. Alright, another new feature in the game is something that's probably, again, like the career mode, I really like this new feature. Over 150 bowling balls to choose from and earn, adding 29 of the hottest brand new balls from all of the top manufacturers used on the PBA Tour. To be honest, there's actually 162 balls, and I did put a quick video about that. New bowling ball progression system allows you to customize your balls and upgrading ball attributes and bonuses. We're going to be talking about that fucked up feature. Makes no sense. Farsight, what are you doing? Alright, let's talk about the balls, shall we? Now this is very cool, and the presentation of this, I'm very impressed. So you sort of like have a table. You have like 3 tables, okay? You have actually 6 tiers. Every tier has 27 balls. If you go to the first one, you have 9 balls per table, alright? So every tier has 9 balls. So if we do the math, I'll do the math for you guys, don't worry about it. So it's basically 6 times 27, it's 62. So 27 balls per tier, and it comes up to 162. They got rid of all those stupid balls in the other game, like the pinball, the snake ball, the b-ball. They got rid of all that. You don't have any of that. And you don't have that thing about blowing up the pins or like having a split ball. You don't have that in this game, thank God. If you want that, just go play the previous versions or go on your friggin' mobile to play that. I mean, come on. The way it works for the balls is, first of all, let's just talk about the example. I'm at level, as you can see in the top right, I'm at level 28. So, actually, you see, if you see here, unlocks at level 30. So I cannot buy this ball yet. But the good news is I'm already at level 28, right? And I think if you go up to tier 6, you're probably curious about, well, what level you... I think it goes up to level 85. I mean, I'm not playing this game that much. I think I'm going to get to level 85 probably by like October sometime, and that's fair. In the previous version, if you remember, it took fucking forever to level up. It took forever to buy new balls. Good news about this version is you buy new balls, it doesn't take you a long time at all. Like, I got so many tickets right now, and and what I like about this one here, there's actually a place for your own balls, the balls that you own, which is nice. So if you just click on right, I have the house ball, the Motive Venom Panic. By the way, this ball, they force you to buy it through the tutorial. There's a tutorial at the beginning of the game. It's pretty good, I have to admit. I was a little surprised, so it's pretty good. But after that, they don't help you out at all. But yeah, you do have that. You do have to buy it with the tutorial. They force you to buy it, which is it's all right. I got the Radical Grease Monkey, which I bought by accident. The Portland Lumberjack PBA ball for spares. You Freak Show, one of the balls that I got with my first 300 with. 900 Global Respect. This is the ball that I got my real 300 with in real life. Got the Hammer Skull as spare ball, and my Deviate Notorious. which is my latest ball. No, wait, you know what? I think I got both my... Did I get... I can't remember. I got 2 perfect games in this game. Anyways, I think I might have done them both with the DVA Freak Show, or I'm not sure if I used the Global Respected one. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day, right? Let's talk about something that I'm not impressed with. Okay. So as you can see, I don't want to buy this ball. Every ball has 3 attributes: speed, hook, and control. All of them have, it's from 1 to 10, right? So when you buy a ball, it only comes with almost no attributes, right? So you actually have to use tickets to buy to upgrade that. Now, for the love of God, what's the point of this? How does this make the game fun? I don't get it. They should have just sold you the ball, maybe a little more expensive, and then you have the ball. Period. Right? You'll also notice that every ball is 16 pounds. What's the point of that? Why even mention the weight of the ball in this case? At least it's better than the previous 2 games, though, that some balls were at 13 pounds, 13.5 pounds, and you couldn't even upgrade to 16-pound balls or 15-pound balls. At least in this game, they're all 16 pounds. But it would have been nice if they gave you the option between maybe 14 to 16, you know? Or at least 15 and 16. Because, I mean, I don't know. It would have been nice if they would have done that. That's going to probably be in PBA Pro Bowling 2031. Let's be real here, right, guys? And I think that's all I got to say about the balls. Again, nice presentation overall. This was a very nice addition, and I'm very impressed, and I like this a lot, actually. I like the fact that after I bowl a tournament and I get ready for another tournament, oh, let me go buy a new ball, right? It's actually exciting that you can see all of them here, so that's cool. Kudos to you, Fireside, for that. Alright, let's move on to the next new feature that they advertise in this game. They say that hold on, over 1,500 new lines of commentary from PBA broadcasters Rob Stone and Randy Peterson. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but personally, I have not heard that. I've heard some new lines, right? But apart from that, I haven't heard a lot of new lines. That's a lot of the same old, guys. It's a lot of the same old. If you've played the 2 previous versions, you're going to be like, yeah, this is basically the same. So I think this is, I'm calling this bullshit personally. I mean, if it is true, I guess I'm just not hearing it, right? There's a few new lines, but 1,500 new lines? I don't know, man. I mean, I just got my laptop here. I did want to mention something. Yeah, something I didn't like is I was watching this guy that doesn't obviously play bowling, that he just bowls straight, right? So he's bowling straight, and right off he got roasted for bowling straight. Randy Peterson just roasted him, and that must be discouraging to the player, man. If you're playing this game for the first time and you're trying to get into bowling, right? You're like, cool, I'm playing this, and then he's just insulting you left and right. Like, fuck off, Randy, you know? Like, something he says, yeah, this guy should just take 2 weeks of vacation and quit. Really, dude? Really? I guess some of the new lines, and I guess he's trying to be funny, is, yeah, if you don't bowl, that's from the previous games as well, so if you don't bowl and you're just standing there, Randy's like, well, if you don't go bowl soon, I'm gonna go eat some dinner. Right? He always talks about food. It's like, come on, dude. I don't know, personally, I was not that impressed with the commentary, so that's definitely, I mean, if they advertise it as being something new, I don't know. Most of the time, I'll shut off the commentary, and I think most people will as well, from what I could tell of some of the footage that I've seen from this game. Something new as well is earn tickets by completing over 160 challenges. Now, if you remember the previous game, I wasn't too crazy about the challenges. You had to actually bowl a tournament, and then from that tournament, you had a challenge. Only one challenge for that tournament. Example, so it was BS, man. Like, get a strike with this certain ball, like the bomb ball or the friggin' chicken ball or the fucking pig ball. I don't know, some stupid stuff like that, or get a Dutch 200 game. Really? You know how hard that's gonna be to do? Like, it's, I don't know, man. That kind of stuff I didn't like. And if you didn't go to the next tournament, and if you didn't qualify, or if you never unlock the next tournament, well, you'll never know what the challenges are. And this game here, very nice. You just click on the R button, on the right stick, sorry, and then you have all your challenges. You have like 160 of them, and they give some pretty good points for them. Some tickets, I mean, for them. What's cool about that is you could actually do this in quickly as well, so you don't have to bowl tournaments. So there's a whole bunch of them. I'll just show you guys quickly. I mean, they almost thought of every friggin' spare combination possible. I mean, obviously for this, they must have consulted some PBA pros or something, because, yeah. I didn't even know this one. Use 5 different balls in a match, okay? Bowl at 300 using the, oh my god, okay. Now this gets a little crazy. Bowl at 300 with all these different balls. Win tournaments. Win 30 career mode tournaments, oh my gosh, wow. They don't tell me how many tickets they give though, so that's, you know, whatever, that's cool, I guess. It makes it interesting. And oh, you even get some for reaching level 100. So I was wondering about that. Till what level do you actually reach? So yeah, this part here, again, something I really like about the game. Very, very nice. I like the fact that he introduced this challenge thing, and that makes it interesting, I think. So yeah, that's cool. All right, let's get to the pros and cons segment of this video. Just before that though, in case you guys are wondering, the controls are exactly the same from the 2 previous versions. So if they release a new version, it'd be nice if maybe they could switch it up. It'd be interesting to see what they could do. I mean, it does work well, but what bugs me is I kind of wish you would see the bowler do his approach, right? Because it's a transparent bowler, just like in the other version. So there's a lot of the same old, right? They played it safe with this one. A lot of copy and paste, unfortunately. I know a lot of people don't like that. They would need to redesign that. I mean, it's always the same. You see your bowler bowl. You don't even see him bowl. I mean, you see the ball going down the lane, and then you see him react, and all the reactions are almost the same as the previous ones, right? Previous versions. So they got really lazy with that part. They got creative with some parts, but they just got lazy with that. So just thought I'd mention that quickly. So the pros, I mean, career mode is pretty cool. Some limitations, but cool regardless. I mean, the career mode is just great. I like it, and I'm actually excited about it. So it's going to keep me playing. I want to probably do a few years and just see how that works out. It's going to be cool. And if you can see on my screen right now, you see the I'll just switch it to my video mode here. So yeah, so you see the tournaments that the trophy room. So I got my 300. I got 1 diamond because I got a perfect game. I guess that's a diamond, right? And then you see the tournaments, right? So I screwed up there. So obviously the PBA regional final, I didn't win that, so I don't have that trophy yet. And I'm wondering, and that's a good question. So what did I win? The cheetah? I won the scorpion? I thought I won more, and I won my first major, the USBC. Okay, so that's cool. So I'm wondering if you, obviously that's the famous, the eagle, the one that PDW dropped, or well, it's not, he didn't technically drop it, but you guys know what I mean. So I'm wondering if you bowl extra, like if you bowl it more years, like year 2 and 3, what's going to happen with this trophy room? I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with that, but that's what we'll see, I guess. So yeah, career mode, big plus, like it. Yeah, you guys could go back to my review. I do go pretty deep in that. I love the fact that you don't have to grind like crazy with every bowling ball. So you don't have to grind like crazy to buy new balls, I mean. So that's very nice. Basically, if you just bowl a bit, you can buy like 1 or 2 or 3 balls, even including the stupid upgrades. Because if you buy a ball, you want to buy the upgrades. Because if you don't, your ball's going to be slow as shit. It's going to be crappy. You need to upgrade your ball as soon as you buy it. Then you might as well not even use it. You can see that in my first video, my first impressions video, where I was a little clueless about that at first. I didn't know about that. UI much better this time around, as you can see. I mean, it just looks much more clean. I love it. It looks really good, and I mean, yeah, it looks. I like it. I love the fact that you get tickets for challenges this time around. That's nice. I mean, you did. I mean, I guess you did in the previous games, but I think some of them you did win some pins, or some of them you won some experience. This one here, you just get tickets. So the more tickets you get, the more balls you buy. And it seems to be a little easier to level up in this game as well. I'm already at level 28. And I'm pretty sure that I played more on the previous version of the game, the 2021 version, and I only got to level 18 or something. Which, by the way, I will revisit that game in the future, so stick around on my channel. I'd like to actually do some progress on PBA Pro Bowling 2021 after I'm done with this one. I also want to play the Switch version too, so lots of bowling content, lots of bowling coming on my channel, that's for sure. I'm still in awe of the pin physics. I mean, personally, I'm a big fan of that, because I went from like the Nintendo, Super Nintendo days to this version. I mean, I guess Wii bowling was alright for the pin physics, but in this one here, you got like messengers and everything, and I just like the pin physics. Some people do complain about them, but I mean, there's some little. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good, man. Are they better than previous versions? That's hard to say. But I did notice that the pin decks themselves, they're actually they're pretty bright this time around, but they definitely look good. Like I said, much easier to earn tickets this time around. No more gold pins. But to compensate for that, the game is a little more expensive. Like, I think it's $5 more for you folks in the US. I think it was about $8 more for us Canadians. But I've noticed that the game comes on sale very often. Not this one, but the previous iterations right now on the Switch. Both of them are half price, so that's interesting. If you don't want to buy this one. Cons, more of the same old. They're playing it safe. Almost a copy and paste from previous years. Okay, I think I mentioned that before. Yeah, a lot of it is the same. Wish we could see the full bowling alley and other players bowl when you're doing like the match play, when you're doing like the qualifying round. Instead of just having the 2 lanes focus, sort of like it's the same setting as the TV finals, right? You only see the 2 lanes and that's it. The rest of the lanes are like covered by carpet and the seating area. Well, I wish when you bowl the freaking qualifying round and the match play, that you would see the whole lanes and then you'd see other players bowl. Wouldn't that be awesome? Is this just me? Like, that would be friggin' great if they would do that. I would love if they would do that. Character animations and reactions are mostly the same, but there's some new stuff, including Pete's crotch chop, and there's some other new stuff as well. But most of it, it's always the same. All the players will have the same stupid animations, and it's a copy and paste from previous years. Lazy stuff, and they should really fix that. They should put some new stuff. This is a very minor grip here. The pin on a range, if you have a pin on a range, like in the previous versions, they'll just reset the pin to the closest pin. Example, let's say if you hit the 9 and the 10, and then the 9 moves a bit, right? If the 9 and 10 are standing, then the 9 moves a bit. Well, they're going to reset the 9 to the original position. Very nitpicky, but whatever. The frame rate, this is probably only on the Xbox One version, but the frame rate is awful on the Xbox One version. You guys could see that in my streams. It's just awful. It's slow, right? I've seen this game on the Xbox Series X. It looks wonderful, much better. But on this one, so I'm really hoping that they would patch that with another version, which is right now we're still using our version 1.1, which I think has been the same version that when this game came out September 7th, 9 days ago. Come on, Farsight. We need a new version. That would be nice. Alright, final verdict, final thoughts of this game, I guess. I'll just make this quick because I think it's going to be a long video already. So like I said should you buy this game if you have the previous versions? That's hard to say. It depends how much you're into the whole, do you want a new version? Do you want to experience the career mode? Do you want to experience these new balls? It's fun, man. If you got, like me, if you got bored of the other one, this version is definitely worth it. If you don't have any of the previous versions, well, it's a no-brainer. To me, you should definitely buy this game. I think to support the company, I guess. And also, if you like bowling, it's cool. I mean, I'm giving it probably an 8 out of 10. I thought about this, and I think I would give it an 8 out of 10. A lot of good stuff. I think the previous versions would have probably got like a 6 or a 7, maybe. The previous version would probably be the worst one because there was just not enough new stuff, right? At least this one here, they have new stuff. So, so yeah. So lots of good stuff in this one. Like I said, the balls are great. The career mode's great. Challenges are great. But It depends about you. I mean, if you're not that serious about bowling, if you're happy with the other version, keep the other version. I mean, and you can always wait for this version to become, maybe by Christmas, there's going to be a sale on it, so that's going to be nice. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I do live stream this game pretty often, so come and hang out. We have a good community that comes and hang out, and we chat about bowling and stuff, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. There's a playlist down below, so check that out, because I'm in, again, tonight I'm going to be, I think I'm bowling the US Open tonight, so looking forward to that. Hopefully I bowl against Pete Weber and he kicks my ass. That would be kind of cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the lanes in the next one. Oh, quickly, I tried the online and it sucks. Same as the other versions. Basically, if you just bowl the tournament, same thing as the 2 previous versions. You just have to beat a certain score, and it's so dumb. I tried the online on the Switch because I don't have online on Xbox. I was waiting forever yesterday for a bowler, it never showed up. Like, I never got an opponent, so yeah, online, terrible. So I just thought I'd mention that. Alright, now, for real, comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.